Hey everyone, it's me, Andrea Panzica, aka Miss Andrea. I'm a teaching artist with Kid Smart, and I'm back with another Art Apart video. Today we're going to make a sound map. A sound map is where we go around to different locations listening very closely to the sounds we hear. It might be a bird or music or an air conditioning unit, anything that you hear. You're going to try to write down what it sounds like. It might not even be a word that's a real word. What we call the words that describe sounds are onomatopoeia. That's a really long word, so I'll say it again. Onomatopoeia. Some examples of onomatopoeia might be the word drip to describe a drop of water, or roar to describe a lion roaring, or even ribbit to describe a frog making sounds. For this you will need 2 sheets of paper, the first one to take notes with, and the second one to draw your sound map. You'll also need a pencil, and if you want at the end you can color, as always. We are going to collect 3 to 5 sounds. So when I say collect sounds, what I mean is make sure to ask your family's permission if you leave the house. Maybe you go on a walk, or maybe you just go right outside your house, or even inside your house. As long as you hear a different sound than the one you just heard, that makes a great place to stop and listen and write down the sound you hear. So for example, right now I hear a sort of droning sound. It sounds like this. To me, it sounds like Now, this might not look like a word that we're used to, because usually words have a mix of vowels, like an A, and consonants. But in this case, what I hear is just ah. So this is my word. It's a word I made up, an onomatopoeia, for the sound of the air conditioning. Someone else might think the air conditioner sounds like this. Same sound, 2 people might think it sounds differently, and that's okay. When we're ready, we're going to return to our workspace and we're going to draw a map. So we want our map to have 2 things. One is a sort of physical layout of the places we went. So for example, if you went to each of the 4 corners of your house, you would want your map to be a sort of rectangle. Maybe you went to the bayou and you stopped here, 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 and here. Your map would be more of a curved line. So it's like an overhead view of the places you went. At each place that you stopped, you want to make a point and write down the sound, the onomatopoeia that you made from that spot. You could include other things too. If you heard music, you could draw a musical note or a boombox, or however you might have heard that music. Maybe someone was singing or playing drums. You could draw a drum. Maybe you were standing by a bunch of leaves on a tree and you want to include all the different textures you saw when you went. to the different spaces. If I heard an air conditioner sound by a brick wall, maybe I'll draw a brick wall and a big AC unit. Maybe if you were standing near a fence, you could draw some vertical lines that look like a fence. Maybe if you heard a bird, you would want to draw a picture of a bird. Anything that you want to include on your sound map, you can. Say you had a lot of fun and you want to do it again, you could go at different times of day. Maybe you could take a morning sound walk, and then an afternoon sound walk, and then an evening sound walk with your family. You could also go with a friend and try to figure out on your own what the same sound sounds like, and then compare. Maybe your friend thought the AC unit sounded H-H-E-E-H-H. I don't know. That's what's cool, is that two different people could think that the same sound sounds different. I do want to read a little bit from this book, Sound Machine, by Rachel Zucker, that reminds me of what we're doing right now. The author is by a pond. When I venture near the pond, the frogs stop moving and stop making sounds, so it is difficult to count them. For 17 days, I've been trying to describe the sound they make. It is nothing like ribbit or croak or any of the other onomatopoeias we use for frog noises. Finally, it comes to me. They sound like a wide rubber band, snapping once. A quick, low, single twang. A boing, reverb without consonants. So we talked about consonants earlier. A word like that has no consonants. I hope you had a lot of fun today. I know I did. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.